My name is Mark, and I live and work in Las Vegas, Nevada. I am the director of the Department of Faith and Ministry Formation for the Diocese of Las Vegas, which means I work with catechetical ministry, youth, young adult, lay ecclesia formation. We do that in English and in Spanish. And on the side, I'm a catechist at the Newman Center at the University of Nevada, Las Vegas, which is also where I worship. My call to ministry. I was in high school. I was inspired by a young newly ordained priest in the LA Archdiocese. I started my first stint at ministry was when I was 16 as a catechist. And I've been involved in the catechetical ministry in some form or another ever since. I often say that I was bitten by the bug of ministry. What I mean by that is one has an experience and realizes by working with others how much we are fed by them and how much we can feed them, that in that interchange, somehow God infects us, and I use that term on purpose, infects us with a way of, this is how I'm supposed to live my life, is doing what God would like us to do in that interchange between interacting with one and another or a small group and myself as a minister.
Did the call ever diminish? Did you ever?
Has the call ever diminished? No, it's not. It's taken different, as I like to say when I was doing RCIA ministry, is that God writes straight with really crooked lines. And I've had ups and downs. I've been involved in professional ministry for a long time, but for a while there I was not involved in professional ministry, but still did God's work. On a personal level, art museums. I like to go and wander through a museum for half a day or a day. My personality type, I need some real serious downtime, and I am fed by going to an art museum to interact with the artist and what he or she is expressing through his or her work of art. Now, that's one way. Movies, music, those kinds of things. So that's kind of how I recharge my batteries. Sustaining me in ministry is the people with whom I work. In the lay formation program, one big sustaining moment is when I see people starting to think theologically. They're not just learning about the faith, they're starting to think the faith through. What does this mean to me? How do I explain it to somebody else? So they're starting to think theologically, and to watch the people make that crossover, that is really exciting. It is really exciting. The kind of work we do, the way I describe our work is it is the grunt work of the church, in the sense that it's day in, day out. It's trying to live Matthew 25 in the here and the now. How do we clothe the naked? How do we educate the uneducated? How do we help people become who they're called to be? And that is work, W-O-R-K. It's, God's grace works through us. God's grace works through the people with whom we work. And yet it is work. It's sustained, consistent, a lot of times without glory. But once we have been bitten by the bug of ministry, all that goes away because we are here to help people become who God wants them to be.